So we got in studio right now, Mr. Andre Wright Jr., founder of Color of Life Branding and creator of the Indigenous Faces of Wilmington photo exhibit. That's you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we have my man is community engagement specialist at the Delaware Art Museum. Guys, welcome so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Peace. Thank you for
And
having
like I
us.
said earlier, these two are the heartbeat of what Wilmington is. Creative and community and creative.
Oh. Appreciate that.
So we go way back.
Way
right?
back.
What's going on? What you guys got going on? So I'm gonna start. Let's start with Iz. What is the Delaware Art Museum doing? Because I see it making some real serious moves. Iz.
What we're doing is making sure that we stay connected to our community. We're making sure that we're weaving it together with our local members and meeting. In fact, one thing I love is about this city is that there are people here that are taking risks, but chances, but at the same time are being entrepreneurs within themselves. Mm-hmm. But what we want to bring is the culture out there through the arts. Mm-hmm. I feel this is an effective way for us to grow together, to learn from each other. So programming is important, but the main objective is to include our community in everything that we do. And that's how we came up, with this exhibition coming up right now, Indigenous Faces of Wilmington.
Nice.
And it speaks on something very deep,
right.
Meaning the fact that there's been people here for a long time, people that have been misidentified. And we want to re-educate, re-empower that. And through this photo exhibition with Brother Andre, who is also too a native, a nautical, a proud, because I want people to understand something. We're doing this through the indigenous lens, through indigenous eyes. We want to tell our story too as well. And I'm grateful that the Delaware Art Museum is letting us grow, letting us be, because there's a lot coming this summer, into the fall, into the winter. And when I'm talking about events, we're talking even from conversations with Will Wilson, a beautiful coming up and starting July 9th with a Navajo photographer. It's a beautiful exhibition that's coming. Let's not forget about Juneteenth too, right. June 18th. Right. My Land, My Roots, which will be in September 8th, I believe, at the Delaware Art Museum. But that's going to be a deep conversation with our local tribes from the Lenni Lenape and the Natticoaks and other two, members here. But we're just going to continue going forward because we want people to know the beauty of us.
So how did this partnership come together? Because I knew you already knew each other.
Yeah.
And Andre, a world acclaimed photographer that is just, you see his work in Nike, you see his work on a lot of these big brands out here. So how did you guys come the Wonder Twins?
Just like we have history, me and Iz have history. We've been talking of collaboration for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then basically this is, timing is everything, and this was just the right time. He came and pitched the story to me, and I was just like, this would be very impeccable to just, represent my tribe, Nanticoke Indians, and just tell that beautiful story, of Indigenous faces, just represent our ancestors and just bring that powerful story out, and just let people know what's going on.
Are we talking like a docu style shoot?
More portrait.
More
series.
portrait.
Yeah,
okay.
Portrait series
okay.
with a little bit of behind the scenes, just telling the story as well. But more so is all portraits.
Yeah,
great portraits.
I can't wait.
And it's going to be displayed 11 by 17 prints, right there in the heart of the museum, and it's going to be beautiful.
So is this something that was planned, this exhibit, or was it planned for a while, talking about it for a while, or was it kind of like, hey, we should do this, let's get it moving?
Been planning for a while.
Nice, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's just with Iz and his position, and him being a great aspect to the community and just telling great stories. This was just a great time.
Good fit.
Great time. Join the forces.
Yeah. How does the Delaware Art Museum feel about this?
I think they love it, to be honest with you, because that's the main thing. Like I said,
because I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
You don't see this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't see this, and just me being on the outside, and I'm like, Delaware Art Museum, Indigenous people.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and expect that. Even for the powwow that we're gonna have in July 23rd, we're bringing the powwow of arts and culture among the tribes here in Delaware.
Are there a lot of tribes here?
There's plenty of tribes, and that's what I mean. So Indigenous Faces of Wilmington will help you introduce that, to the folks that are coming into the Delaware Art Museum, the orientation hallway. That's where it's going to be at. But you're going to see local tribe members that have been here. You're going to see the Aztec community. You're going to see the Natticoaks, the Lenape, the Arawaks. A strong representation because it's always been here. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's for us not to be forgotten or to be erased. this concept of the Indigenous Faces of Wilmington. I was reading a book a long time ago called Delaware Forgotten Folks. It was bringing out a story about paper genocide, people who had to misidentify themselves to even have human rights here in Delaware.
Right.
So tribes had to take on other different names. And that goes on today, even for us folks, that they'll pre-name us as Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, all these things.
Right.
But forget the fact that you erase our roots and our identity and our rights to our land. So this is about re-education about who is the people of the Americas. Because people have to realize North America is not the only place that has indigenous folks or native folks.
Right.
We need to remember about Central and South America, how we're all connected.
Right.
This can help bring light to people who have been misidentified as illegal immigration, has been misidentified as other different people, but this is how to re-educate, and I love to let the art do the talking.
Understood.
Brother Andre Wright was somebody that I've seen for years, had a passion. Somebody, and this is why our friendship grew the way it did, because when you know somebody has something in them special, you need to honor that, you need to cater that, you need to love that.
Right.
But you also need to believe in your people.
Right.
And it came to me in the dream, and I was just like, Brother Andre, let's re-educate people. Let's help people talk about Afro-Indigenous people too as well, that have not been counted for.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that these are all, like I said, all beautiful people. But this is what makes Wilmington strong.
Yeah.
This is what makes it special. When you start learning about the history and the timeline, how did we get where we are today? And who are the contributors to this? And meaning in society and culture. So, like I said, this is just the beginning of a series. Because after, like I did, we'll go into the Agungu Festival, the June 18th at the Delaware Museum. But then we're also going into the powwow of arts and culture, which is going to be powerful. After that, you'll be the Call of the Sun, and in September you'll see another one, My Land, My Roots, which will be something that we're going to welcome everybody, into the community to learn about one another. But I can tell you one thing. This has been done through the Council of Native People, all local. So anybody who was in the circle, council and everything, we made sure that everybody had a connection to the land.
You know, when I first heard about the program which you guys are putting on, I went back and called my aunt, and I was like, yo, tell me about my grandfather, right? And she was like, your grandfather was full India, Blackfoot, India.
Yeah.
And I was like, word? Like, wow, okay. So I can understand what you're saying, like, people they don't know who they are, right?
You want to learn about your roots.
You want to learn about your roots, yeah.
Right.
Like, dang, okay, so what really went on? We're like, who am I really? And I think that's what, I know that's what this is going to bring out in a lot of people. A lot of people getting reignited back into their culture and their influence and helping other people here. Because I think Delaware, like when you look at Wilmington right now in a whole, Wilmington has gotten better with us figuring out, everyone working together. Let me say that. Because in 2010, it wasn't like that. No. It was whites over here, blacks over here. But now people are like, let me learn about your culture. Let me learn about your culture. And it takes people like you two and many others out there who's pushing it. So hats off, shout out to what you guys are doing. I love it. If anything you need from us at DETV, feel free to let us know, and we'll make sure that we can help in any way we can.
I appreciate it. The main thing that we want is, people to start healing. This is what comes out of it, because just, to be, honest with things, is that sometimes when we get miseducated, our youth, it impacts our youth.
There you go.
Hard.
Yeah.
So if they knew about their roots and their culture and their foundation, I can guarantee you their growth would be different.
Right. Yeah.
This is also something that schools coming to an end, so schools can come and see this, but also parents can bring their children to learn and educate them in the early summer, because this will run through that. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Excellent. So what's the start of it, and when does it run through?
May 26th is the opening
Okay.
day, and then it'll run till September.
Excellent. So all summer.
Yeah,
That's
all
great.
summer,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
excited
bring your
for
family, bring your tribe, bring your community. That's the main thing. But let people know, I'm telling you right now, the Delaware Museum is a pillar for culture.
But what I want you to do before you do that,
Yeah.
that's the community cam right there, right? Tell the community anything you want. That's the community cam.
Yeah, to my beautiful community out there, I'm telling you right now, Wilmington is culture. And this is the place to be throughout the summer, next summer, and after. Because we're going to keep growing this organically from us as a people. There's so many beautiful things going on. Don't forget about even the Bob Marley Fest, the People's Festival that's going on, the Hispanic Festival that's going on in September. But the main thing is support the arts and the culture. This is how we continue to live. I know we got great restaurants, we got great places, but let's think about the people. That's what it is.
Love it, love it. Andre, real quick before we go to break.
Yes, sir.
You're working on another project as well with your girl Sarah.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
just talk about that real quick. 'Cause I want to plug everything.
Okay. Basically, me and Sarah formulated Original Color Collective, basically where we help out Black and brown businesses by doing editorial fashion shoots. All Blacks team. It ranges from basically we started at the Cooper, went to the Hotel DuPont, went to the Cave, and several places around the city. But yeah, basically it's a
Where
great.
can they check the latest exhibition out?
We just posted it today.
Okay.
Basically, it's basically the Hotel DuPont, and it's with Naja Nicole and an artist by the name of Jade, 2 models, and basically it's editorial vibes, and it's very beautiful.
All right, the one on 4th Street.
Yes, sir.
Outside, that's where you posted it at?
No. It's on my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about that one
Check
real quick.
Instagram.
On 4th Street when you ride down 4th.
I'm trying to remember.
Outside on the building.
Right down on the floor. I'm sorry.
4th Street, right on outside.
You mean you're talking about the silver?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one we had the first one. Okay,
Yeah.
the first one was at the Silverside Laundromat.
Yes.
And that was with Naja Nicole. It was a gritty, dirty laundromat, but everybody washed their clothes there if you grew up in Wilmington, Delaware. So we took a gritty feel and then had a high model, a high fashion model, and then basically combined those together and just had
Boom, fireworks.
Yeah, editorial spread.
All right,
Good
cool,
vibes.
cool. Guys, thank you so much for coming.
you.
Make sure you keep us ahead of what's happening so we can spread the word.
Yes, sir.
Cool, y'all cool with that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and welcome back. You guys are welcome back anytime. So,
Thank you.
All right. What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Ob, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host.
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me, that's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.